only thing I got Social Security. I'm not retired from anywhere because I've been owner-operator too long.
What advice you give a new truck driver think about coming in the truck industry? What advice you can give them?
Well, today's trucks and today's roads are so much safer than they were back in the day, and I would say find a good place to go to work and stay there.
Stay there. That's how you been in this company long?
I've been with this company probably 7 years. I
7
think.
years. Okay.
What I was going to tell you is a buddy of mine just retired from Swift. He had been there for 30 some odd years and retired with almost a $200,000 bonus.
Oh, he did? Wow.
At his retirement, because he had been there so long. He had helped. He had went to the trouble of training new drivers, and near the end, that's all he did.
And how long you been there?
Me?
No, I'm talking about to get your buddy.
I don't remember the exact number, but I'd say 30 some odd.
30 years.
Yeah.
That ain't bad. 200,000. Yeah, I know he been putting back for your retirement. Plus, he pretty sure he got retired before he.
Well, and I don't know how he managed to come up with that much money as far as what the company gave him. I don't know. Well, I don't have a good answer to that other than that's what he told me.
Yeah, that's still a good amount.
And the point being is if you go from place to place, well, now you got 3 years here, 2 years here, and you don't end up with a home. Yeah. He made a home and they rewarded him for it.
Yeah, 30 years, that's a long time. So soon he about to graduate, well, soon he about to retire, they gave him 200,000. But he also put money back, right? Or they just...
I don't know all of the details, but that's probably right.
So what is it? This fuel, Holland fuel?
This is diesel fuel here.
Okay.
I'm 67 right now, and I don't intend to retire unless I don't feel good anymore. And so far, so good. Okay,
that's good. That's good. So what company this is right here?
This is Fuel Transport out of Mississippi.
Okay.
We're a little small, and I say we're almost all owner-operators. And we're just one little small team. We got maybe 30 trucks.
30 trucks, okay.
And I'm guessing on that, maybe a little more, a little less.
A little bit more, a little bit less, okay.
And I'll say this about owner-operators. You get a whole lot more money in your hand, but you've got to pay for tires, brakes, maintenance, greasing, breakdowns. I mean, all of it's yours. And knowing now what I wished I knew then, I would have stayed a company driver and done something similar to what Swift did.
Would you go back being a company driver now, or you just like
well, it's way too late for me to do that.
Way
now.
Too late, okay.
Because you need the time in at a place being a company driver in order to be quote rewarded. Owner operators is not for everybody. I know personal friends that have been owner ops and couldn't afford a tire if one blew out.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people going out of business now have been owner operators.
Well, what happened in his case is his wife would come pick up his check, and she would use that owner operator check as disposable income.
No.
And there wasn't anything saved, so whether it was a fan belt or a tire or you name it, he had to borrow from the company.
Just to get it.
And then they fussed because their check was small because they had that cut back out of their check.
Yeah.
It's better to, in my opinion, be a company driver and call them up and say, call me when it's ready.
Yeah. But you really don't even, it seems like a company driver, you kind of be limited with the money, so.
I thought that until the Swift guy ended up with retirement from there. See, the only thing I got Social Security. I'm not retired from anywhere because I've been owner-operator too long. You know, so there is no retiring from this. Any money I get, you got to roll the wheels to get it. There's no vacation pay, there's no sick pay, there's no nothing pay. So, personally, stick with it. Don't make as much, don't expect as much, and you'll come out a whole lot better on the far end.
Yeah. So you just go back, you tell new guys to be a company driver. But is no other investment you can do as an owner operator instead of just working?
If you were to do what hardly nobody does and take a portion of the money and go put it away, what me and most people do is when I was making big money, I would store it away, but just in a checking account, and then as the truck or trailer needed it, pull it back out. I never had any significant savings. So that's why I'm saying that if you made $120,000 a year working as a company driver, that beats making $300 a year being an owner-op.
Yeah, I heard that. All the expenses that come with it.
Well, yeah, but you know, one piece of steel fall off a truck, take out 6 or 7 of your tires and maybe a brake drum and air lines, and 2 days later you're back up and going, and $4,000 later.
Then you got to pay Uncle Sam, you know, all that.
All of that, that's all part of it.
So how you last this long to being an owner operator? A lot of people don't last long like you did.
In my case, I waited until I was too late to do anything else. So this is it for me.
But you like what you do, right?
It's all right. Personally, I'd rather stay at the house and count my money. Yeah, true. But there's not much to count, so I'm still working.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, my buddy retired at I think it was 61.
61.
Yeah, from, you know, and
so
I don't even think he's drawing Social Security yet. But he retired from the company, and again, there's a lot to that. Unless you can behave and not spend money. In my younger years, you know, I had $60,000 in a Harley that I had bought special to build it to be a jack killer. It worked. It was fun. Lots of people pointed and oohed and awed when they saw it. But that didn't make me a dime. It cost me. So, other than maybe stuff where I might have run somebody for money on the street.
Yeah.
I should not have been spending that kind of money. But I was young, not
How old
married.
you were? About 20?
No, I was probably 32.
32.
Well, I'll tell you, 1995. So 29 years ago.
It's gonna get worse, man. Everything going up, the cost of living. You know, is it still seem like it almost impossible on the operator? Seems like with some of the guys I interview, you know.
And that's where an owner-operator actually has an advantage, because the owner-ops can raise their rate as they go. So, and I'll say this: the day that I work to the point of how do I best say that? If it gets to where I start losing money, then I'll be done.
You'll be done with it. You want to try to do something different, like go to flat drive-in or something like that? You probably won't do that. You just, this is what you specialize in.
Yeah, this is what I know. I've been doing this
for years.
I've been hauling gas since '88.
Oh yeah, you've been here for a while. Is there any down period in this hauling fuel as owner operator?
No, not really.
So the advice for people you can give them is not spend your money on unnecessary things, pretty much.
Yes, you have got to put away.
How much you think they should put away?
20% of your income.
20% income.
And this is something you can tell your kids.
Oh, I'm listening. I know they listening too. They listen. They gonna listen to you.
If your kid, if you teach them to take 15% of your pay, well, and this is even if you're not owner operator, if you're just a company, 15% of your pay, put in a good mutual stock or mutual fund or whatnot that makes you a little bit of money all along, and eat beans and rice and beans. Don't go out. And my point is, you do that and start investing early. When they get to retirement age, they'll have $2 million.
Yeah, I think I seen that on a video one time. So
Dave Ramsey teaches that.
Yeah. Listen to him, man. He give y'all good advice, man. Hauling fuel. What is the crazy thing you see on the road just by hauling this fuel? What you think the hardest part about hauling fuel? I know some guy asked me about should they do flatbed, drive-in, hauling fuel. I know you've been around the industry so long, so I know you recommend this, but some people just think it's dangerous, the way people drive on the road.
Quite frankly, I don't know that I would recommend fuel hauling because you got no life. Meaning, when you want time, this is being owner operator. When you want time off, people they're still buying gas. So as long as they're buying gas and diesel, and that's what you haul, you're gonna be hauling it. Well, today's a perfect example. Today's Labor Day, and Monday happens to be a work day, so I work just like it's any other day.
So what days you usually get off?
Sometimes Tuesday and Wednesday.
Tuesday and Wednesday, okay. What time you start?
I started this morning, 7 a.m.
7 a.m. What time, about 5, right? 6 o'clock right now?
And the way I figured is I'll be done probably in an hour.
An hour. And you live in Mississippi, I assume, right?
No, I live here in Tuscaloosa.
Okay. All right, so you home every night. You start around like 7 o'clock a.m.? That's what time you start? Usually. Sometimes it's before that or after that, but usually around 7 o'clock is a good estimate. So any of your other trucking friends retired or what? Any advice they probably gave their kids or any advice they probably gave you probably want to share?
Not that I haven't already mentioned. It's the same.
Same thing.
It's the same for everybody.